it's a work in progress. What we would try to impress on that discussion is that the decriminalizing of cannabis right now would not get us what we're looking for. It would actually get us more of the same. So if we want to put our best foot forward in the cannabis game, as we have started late already, what we need to do, and what the rest of the Caribbean needs to do, is to actually fully legalize the plant so we can get into it and take advantage of what the potential is for us when it comes to cannabis. So the one thing that was holding us back is no longer holding us back anymore. Secondly, in terms of legalization, I think many people have gotten a false image of what they think legalization, from our perspective, is. Legalization is not wanton smoking cannabis. As a matter of fact, we're not advocating smoking of cannabis. Legalization means we form a regulatory process where cannabis can be used in whatever form in a way that is healthy for our country and beneficial for our people. The focus on smoking of cannabis is diluting the conversation and is taken away from the wealth of information and the wealth of opportunity that we have in the cannabis plant. We've been saying this for years.
What the approach that the government is proposing now does at this stage is that it allows every person over the age of 18, right, to supply, produce, offer for sale, smoke a certain amount of marijuana, I think 28 grams, right? That is outside of a legislative framework that regulates the industry. That doesn't necessarily put monies, or at least monies in the quantities as can be realized, into the pockets of our people. That doesn't set up a mechanism that allows for our people to own this industry. And my brother Peter, don't make it sound as though it is rocket science. It is not rocket science. And thanks to the work of our friends in St. Vincent and the other islands, Jamaica and so, we do not have to reinvent the wheels. So they don't make it sound as though it is this big, complex thing that has to take a long time. I appreciate where you're coming from. Your boss has a different view. Your boss thinks that to legalize can lead to more abuse. That's what he said. And we understand that he comes from an older generation with a different view. But it is for younger people. You yourself may come from the older generation itself. But the younger people should serve among you, should enlighten you elderly as to the benefits, the overall economic benefits that can be derived. And we are concerned in the NDC that a convenient piecemeal approach to treating with this issue will in the end not serve our purpose.
Sometimes you do things that we don't consult, and we say, you're not consulting, no, we are saying, come forward.
No, Peter, let me, sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. I do not want to interrupt you. But do not say what I didn't say. I said the work has already been done. The work has already been done.
I don't know how many times I must say to you, for you to be clear, that we are bringing the decriminalization, but on the issue of the commercialization, the work has yet been done. Because St. Vincent has just started with us. Jamaica has been through all kinds of difficulties. I agree when Saisha said that we should start preparing. The only disagreement I have is that while grass is growing, the horse is dying. In other words, while we're preparing for this long commercialization process, there are people with criminal records who can't get a visa tomorrow, who can't go to get thrown out of university and a secondary school next week. So it is not a piecemeal approach. And I think all of our society agrees that that should be the first step. But, and I want to repeat it, I don't know how many times I must repeat it, that we are working with St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Israel and Jamaica in order to work out the more complicated process of commercialization. So I agree with Richie when he says that maybe the consultation, they recommend it, but we must still go to our people. Because you remember what happened to the referendum? Everybody said they agreed, every party said they agreed, and when we brought it out, what happened? Then it's erupted into nonsense where people were saying we shouldn't have term limits, and they voted against term limits. They voted against a set date for elections. It was a set date for elections. You voted against it. So you said that you
twisting.
so.
Stop
I'm not
it.
twisting. I'm simply saying. I'm
Okay,
simply
all right.
saying. I'm simply saying that we have to be cautious, because people sometimes say this about something, and when we bring it, you hear them erupting. So we are, and I am recommended. I have advocated for it for years. I piloted the Rehabilitation of Offenders Act. I pilot this act in order to decriminalize. But I don't want it to be said that we proceeded to pass a bill in Parliament, and then we spoke to nobody. So we are doing that, and then on the commercial side, St. Vincent and the Grenadines is absolutely helping us. So what I propose for both yourself and Saisha, when we sit and discuss, you give me your ideas, and we'll have that for the long term. Let's not keep going in circles on this.
Yes, right. So
Let me just comment.
quickly, Claudette. Quickly, Claudette.
Just one commendation. I'd just like to commend Peter for piloting the Rehabilitation of Offenders Bill after reading it in the NDC policy agenda. Thank you very much for doing that.
Well, you guys,
so if you guys to take credit for everything we do, go ahead and take the credit. But I piloted.
Well, you guys can take that up. You guys can take that up on the campaign trail in your constituency. Both of you are tongue people there. So, but what we want.